Hello everybody, my name is Ruchira and today what we will be doing together is print then cut. Okay? And we will be using my new Cricut Maker 3 machine. It has not been calibrated before, so we will do first a test cut without calibration and see how it goes, and then we will go through the process of calibration that will teach our machine how to look for the right spots and then learn to cut it exactly where we want it to cut. Okay. Now in this process, I'll be using my Cricut Maker 3 machine, but the process is exactly the same, be it your Cricut Venture, be it your Cricut Joy Extra, or be it your Explore machines. If you hear some background noise, it's because some construction has been going on, so I apologize like in advance for that. I also have my daughter joining me today, but she's sitting here silently and she's around. Okay. I'll just check if anybody is here, and if you're able to hear me fine, then just let me know down in the comments. If you have any questions at all, I'll be happy to answer them. So let's get started. I'll take you to Cricut Design Space, and over here, let me just check if you're here. Yes, you are. Over here, I'm going to create a new project. So I'll just click on new. It's already a new project, so not a problem. I'm going to click on text and just type something. And this thing, I will have an offset, and this offset I will change to print then cut, and from here I will change from print type color to pattern, and I'll change it to some nice pattern that will look nice to my daughter. Is that okay? Yes. Okay. So this is the color for now. I might change it to something that is, yeah, this is fine. Okay. Now what we want to do is to print the entire thing. So what I'll do is I'll change from here to print then cut. Okay. And then I will select everything and click attach. Not attach, actually it has to be flattened. Let me just detach it and flatten. Now this exact thing can be printed and cut, but the operation is gone, so it's something wrong. So I will unflatten, and it's currently print then cut. Okay, if I change it to basic, it's going to cut these two separately. This is not what I want. So I will go back and click undo and click undo again. So I'll just change this to basic and go back to this one and change it from print then cut, and then change it to a nice pattern and select the entire thing and then click print then cut. Okay, and then if I select from here to basic, I'm just selecting both of them. So anyways, what I'll do is I'll just do a basic cut. So instead of doing that, like selecting a different pattern, I'll just go ahead and, sorry, not to move it. From here, I will select basic, change its color to white, and then this one I will change from here to basic, and then select everything and flatten. So when I change it to, like, when I flatten it, it becomes print then cut, and it already has a white background to it. The offset that we created, that will be the cut part. That will be the path that will be followed to cut. Okay. To confirm, I can select this and then click make. Now I have my Maker 3 selected right now. I will go ahead and click make. And I can save the project or not save the project. For now, I'll just not save the project, okay? And it is right over here. And since it has a white border, we will not be able to see it, but we want to see the difference, right? So I'll go ahead and click cancel and unflatten, and over here I will make it like this part. I will change it to this pattern so that we at least see where it is. Okay, and then I will flatten it. Now I will see the background also. So when I will cut around it, I will be able to see what mismatch is there, so that we know what is the difference between cutting with the calibration and without the calibration. Okay. Next, I'm going to click make, and now it will place it right over here, and I will click continue. And now it will ask me to send it to the printer. Now you see over here it has chosen 8.3 cross 11.7 because that is what is the print size that I have chosen, because I print on an A4 size paper. If you print on a letter sized sheet, then you have to change your settings in the print area. Now I'm going to send it to printer. Okay, this is the area that will be printed, and this is my printer. I will not add the bleed, because what bleed does is, if there's a circle it has to cut, okay, so it will bleed out the area around the circle, so that when it cuts, even if there's a slight change in the cut path, it will still cut and white edge will not be visible. But in this case, I want to see the white edge so that I know what is the margin that is that my uncalibrated machine is cutting. Okay, I'm next going to click print, and that will take me, okay, that is going to print on my printer. Okay, which is not visible to you, but it is printing right now. So today's video is print and cut using Cricut Maker 3. And now I'll take you to the table. So this is the area that has been printed, okay, and this is the path that it will cut. Now I will remove the cover sheet and place it right over here. This is simple copy paper. I'm going to use my brayer so that the paper is nicely adhered to the mat and we get a clean, crisp cut. Next, I'll take it to the machine and I'm going to insert the mat, which I cannot directly. First, I have to do the settings because I am used to working with my Cricut Maker, and there I don't need to do that. I can directly insert before the settings. Over here, I first have to change the settings. So I'll take you to the application, Cricut Design Space. I will select the machine that I will use to cut, which is Cricut Maker 3. And it wants me to calibrate. So I thought I'll calibrate first and see how it goes. So let's calibrate first, okay? And I'll click on calibrate. If I don't calibrate like this, I will, or I can just say not now and see how it goes, okay? So not now. And again, Cricut Maker 3. It will not let me go ahead without calibration. So I'm going to click on calibrate. And this is the paper, this is the machine that will be, printer machine that it will choose to print the calibration sheet. So I will click on print, and when I do that, I'll have to insert some paper over here. And it is now taking the paper in. Now it is going to print. While it prints, I will take it to the table and I'll take out another mat. Just printed a blank sheet. I will need to do it again. And now it's printing again. Over here, now I'll just remove the cover sheet. And it is currently printing the calibration sheet. Just a moment and we will be ready. And there you are looking at my table where I have the sheet that is ready for calibration. So I'm just making sure it is nicely aligned with the X and the Y margins. And now I'll use my brayer and then we are ready to put this in the machine. And over here I'll just remove this. I'll use it later while I'll put this mat ready. And taking you back to design space, over here we are ready with the print. I'm going to click continue. It wants me to place the sheet in the top left corner of the mat just like we did, and then continue. And it wants me to load the fine point plate, which is already installed, and then it wants me to load the mat and press the load unload button. So that's what we're going to do, taking you back to the machine while checking if anybody is watching. If anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Next, I'm going to insert it. It's now checking the mat length. Now it will go ahead. I'll press this glowing button. And now it will check the registration marks. All these boundaries that you see are the registration marks. It is checking all the 4 corners and then it will cut. Now it's ready to cut. So it's going to cut on the square where it thinks are the right edges. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out and bring it to the table. Okay. Over here at the table, you will be able to see. Let me just check if you're able to see over here on the table. Okay. Over here, do you see it? It is not exactly at the printed line. The cut line should match the printed line, which it is not currently, right? Let's see what design space has to say about it. Okay, design space says that if it's a little bit misaligned, then you can go and proceed to the fine calibration. So I see it's the case 1 that is check marked over here. So I'm going to click yes and proceed to fine calibration and click continue. It wants me to reload the mat, so that's what I will do. I will take you back. Hi, you back? I'll take you back to the machine and Srishti will help me to load the mat. Make sure that you're using both your hands, Srishti. And now it will go ahead and check the length of the mat. Then it will check the registration marks again. And see, I'll show you over here. It says scanning calibration sheet. Okay, and back to the machine. After scanning the calibration sheet, it will draw multiple cut lines all across the top axis and the right axis where you see multiple lines printed. It will try to overlap the lines. So we will have to, at the end, match all those lines which are cut exactly on the print lines. So now you will see it will go ahead and just try to cut on the vertical and the horizontal lines. Do you want to sit, Srishti? You're okay standing? You'll get tired. Can I bring the chair back in?
Why is it cutting these lines?
It is learning it. In this process, it will learn which is the exact right spot to cut. Okay, so when it will cut all the lines on the vertical and the horizontal axis, that is when we will choose the line which goes exactly on the printed line. Okay, that particular letter on which the cut line and the print line match is what we will feed in, so that it knows it will cut in the same spot next time. Okay, so now I will take it out and bring it to the table. Okay, let me just show you. This is how it looks. And you see that the line number 1, the way it is cut, it is far left to the print line. Okay, and over here you see now it's to line number 21 is just next to the print line. Similarly over here you will see the same thing happening. The lines towards the top are towards the left or the top of the lines, and lines towards the bottom are now reaching towards the bottom of the print lines. What we want to find is the line which is matching, exactly matching the print line. Okay, so in the top I can see that line number 18 is exactly matching the print and the cut line. I don't know if you're able to see it that well, but this line is the one. I wish I could show you much clearly. This is the one, line number 18. And yeah, okay, now you see it. So line number 18 is exactly matching. You see that line number 17 is slightly on the left and line number 19 is slightly on the right. So 18 is the one that we want. Similarly, in the horizontal lines, you will see that line P is exactly on the print line, because the cut line at O is slightly above the print line and the cut line at Q is slightly below the printed line. Okay, so P and 18 are the ones that we are going to select. Okay, I'll keep it back over here at the machine and I will take you back to design space. Okay, here it wants us to choose. So which was the top line, Srishti? It was line number 18. And which was the right line? It was P. I'll just check. It was P, right? Yes, it was P. So these are the two lines that we want it to learn, that is the actual right spot to cut. Okay. Next, I'm going to click continue. And it wants me to reload the mat. Can you help me reload the mat, Srishti? Yes. Okay. Now it will again check the calibration sheet. The ones that are correctly aligned, the one line that is correctly aligned is the one to be chosen. There's light coming out because it is reading. It can actually detect the lines. The outside lines, the broad ones, are the outermost area. It just checks them and then matches it with the squares that it has in the software and then cuts at the exact location. Okay. Now what it will do is, it will try to cut the outer rectangle.
Is this the work for him?
Yes, that's the work for him. You call it him. And it has come out, but it isn't exactly precise. Let me just show you. So taking you to the table and checking if you are able to see. So we have chosen the perfect lines, but the cut is slightly towards the left, if you can see. I don't know if you can. Okay, over here it is towards the right, and over here at the top it has moved a little bit towards the bottom. So Currently, I am not happy with this result. I had chosen the exact lines which were matching. But at this point, what I'll do is I'll do another one. So I'll take you back to design space and it asks me, are you satisfied with the cut? I am not. Yes, it is close enough to the center. No, I would like to do another calibration. I'll click continue and try again. So can you help me load one paper sheet, Peter, to the printer? It's down there. Yeah, this one. And I'm going to click continue and I'll add the A4 sheet and click on print. So Swapna is saying, my print and cuts are good until last evening, though I calibrated again, but the cuts are not precise. What could be the reason? So one huge reason is a design space update. Okay, so while it is wonderful to have access to a software which gets upgraded without us having to pay for it, we get the latest things added to it every now and then, but at the same time it also makes it less stable. So with Cricut, currently what I'm finding is with every design space update, there is some or the other thing that breaks inside the software. So currently what I find is the thing that breaks most is the print and cut. And I wish Cricut let us know publicly saying, okay, this is not working. Next time you check it in the next update, it will be solved. But that doesn't happen. However, after fixing, they do say that we listen. So that's good. Let's take you back to the table. Okay, over here, I'm going to remove this, turn this mat, and it was a newish mat, and this is just copy paper, so it is a bit stuck to it. And this is not a project, so I don't fear losing it or tearing the paper. I just take it off. And since it has not worked the first time, I'm pretty sure it will not work the next time because we chose the perfect lines and still it did not cut. So normally when print and cut is working fine, when you choose the lines that overlap, you end up with a rectangle, the outer rectangle cut perfectly, but we did not end up with one. So I am pretty sure we will not end up with this one also, but still I'm going to give it another try. I see that it has not been printed right. You see that? It's a slightly angled one. So normally I like to align it to the paper, but currently I'm going to align it to the print. Okay. So I'll just put it like this so that the black line, the black print line is aligned to the margin. I'm not going to use the brayer because this is a newer mat and it stuck pretty well. Then I'll take you back to the machine and I'll insert taking you back to design space and click continue. Continue and select maker 3, that is selected. I just chose USB, fine point is in, and it wants me to press go. Okay, can you press the go button for me, Srishti? Thank you. And now it will do the exact same thing. It will try to cut the square. Okay, it will read the registration marks and then the blade will try to cut the internal square first, and then we will go ahead with the calibration just like last time. Thank you so much for watching and joining me today. We are doing print and cut together, and this is a new machine. I'm just calibrating it. I have already calibrated it once and it did not line up perfectly. So I'm doing another round of calibration using my Cricut Maker 3 and the fine point blade. It has just finished cutting. I'll just take it out of the Oh, that's strange. Okay, let me show you. So after calibration, taking you to the table, if you are able to see, I don't know if you are, if you're able to see, you will find that now the cut lines are perfectly aligned to the central square. However, in the test sheet that we cut, the first calibration, we did not get it aligned. The outer rectangle did not get aligned. But I think we are right on track, and I'm not going to calibrate it again because over here the test cut is perfect. Okay, so I'll take you back to design space, and I will not go ahead and do anything. So I'll just close this at this moment, and closing the window will end the calibration process. You will need to start over. Quit calibration. It was pretty bold of me. Now I click cancel over here.
It's so beautifully cut.
It's nicely cut. Now over here I'll select Cricut Maker 3 USB, and since I've already, oh why I already calibrated. I did. Okay, again. Oh no, when I clicked cancel, it just undid all the work that I did. So don't do what I did. I have a calibration sheet. Continue. And we will need to insert it back again.
For the line?
Yes. I'll take it to the machine. No. See, this part is not properly inserted now. I did not expect this live to go this way. So thank you so much for being patient with me while we do this. Okay, it does that. Now I'll take you to design space where it wants me to press the flashing go button. Can you press the flashing go button for me, Srishti, please?
Yes.
Thank you. Just like before, it will check the entire calibration sheet, check the outer registration marks. And now it just cut around the internal square. This is when we will take it out and examine it under here, and you can see that the cut line is exactly on the print line. Okay, so I'll take you to design space. Here I will say yes, proceed to fine calibration and continue. And can you reload the mat now for me, please?
For what?
It wants to calibrate again, that's why. Can you
So
reinsert?
got it.
Yeah, it did, but we still will have to finish the calibration that we did not finish last time. Carefully insert it and press the insert button.
Wait.
Do you need me to help you?
No. Listen.
Now it's inserted.
You did not do it properly.
Yeah, I had to align the print lines to the mat bit. It did not print straight. It printed at an angle. And now it will try to cut along the horizontal and the vertical lines. As previously, it was reading the calibration sheet. I'll see if anybody has any questions. And now it's finishing up with the cutting of the vertical lines. Those lines are numbered. And now it's cutting the horizontal lines. These lines are alphabetically numbered, not numbered, named. Okay, so all those who have just joined me, today we are calibrating my machine together, and then we will be doing a print and cut. There, it is done. Now I'll take it to the table and take it out and show it to you right over here. So now in this case, you will see which lines align with the printed lines. So over here, the 11th one that I see is directly coinciding on the print line. Okay, and over here I see that the line N, actually line M, the line M is directly coinciding on the print line, and L is slightly above and N is slightly above. So M, and over here it's 11 and M. So that's what we're going to choose in design space. M over here and 10 over here. Am I right? I'll just check to be sure. No, 11 actually, 11. Top line is 11. And this line is M. So we are fine. I'm going to click next and then load the mat. Can you help me load the mat again? Taking you back to the machine. Very good. Can you press the load button? Thank you. And now it will try to cut the outer rectangle. After checking the registration marks, based on our inputs on which lines coincided, it is going to cut the outer rectangle.
But it is already cut it.
No, it has already cut the internal square. Now it will cut the outer rectangle.
This one?
Wait and see.
This one.
Yeah, not the outermost one, the middle one. Just finished reading the registration marks. It will check the tool, which is the fine point blade. And now it has cut the outer rectangle. Let's bring it out, Srishti. Let's bring it to the table, beta.
It's not perfect.
It is now. Yeah, but we will let it be this time. Because last time it did cut the internal square perfectly. You see, there's a slight mismatch. Slightest mismatch. Are you able to see it? Focus. There's a very slight mismatch. But it's fine. So we will say, okay, we are happy with the calibration. Taking you back to design space. Yes, it is close enough to center. And click continue. Now the calibration is complete. Our print is already ready for print and cut. I'm going to select.
Can I take this little tiny?
Yes, you can take it. Over here, I'll just select copy paper. this one, click done, and the pressure is default. Wait a second, let me start cutting. Everybody else is waiting for us, so let's not keep others waiting. Now I will take you back to the machine, and this is where I will insert the previously printed thing. And click insert.
It's cutting my name.
Yes, it is cutting your name. Can you press the go button for me?
Yeah.
And now it's going to read the registration marks. And now it will cut around the path. And we'll see how it goes. Will you take it out for us? Bring it to the table, please. Here we are. And let's see. It's a perfect cut. You see? There are no white edges. No.
There are a little.
Where are they? A little tiny white edge? Yeah, there's a tiny white edge. She's white. But it's almost perfect. It would work great for stickers.
Is this a sticker?
This is plain copy paper. This is not a sticker. Okay. But are you happy to get this?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. So today we finished calibrating our machine and cutting something after calibration. So I hope this video was helpful, and I will keep coming back with new videos every single day for the rest of the month. Today's video was like not the perfect one that I would have liked it to be, but we still achieved the result that we wanted to. So I would like to thank everybody who joined me in the live today. And if you have any questions or ideas that you want me to follow, please let me know. If you think this video helped you, give this video a like so that I know that there are people who want me to make more content like this. And give this channel a follow and a subscribe so that I can be there for you again. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day crafting. Bye.